Ciao everybody, welcome back on iKeysRacing. Marco from Monza. Thank you very much. Arigato, obrigado. Muchas gracias. Dankeschön. Merci beaucoup. Grazie for voting the poll, deciding 8 people out of 10 to go back to Indycar Racing 2, where I have lost my time so far. So I hope in this new season number 3 that will replicate hopefully in a good manner the 1998 first full solar from a calendar point of view season of the IRL Indy Racing League, that after a prologue at the beginning of the 96, 2 races at the end of 96 plus all the 97 season, finally arrived in 1998 into a sort of common motorsport calendar arrangement. You voted to go back to race even if my results were absolutely indecent. So thank you very much for expressing your idea. I absolutely care and take in the most important consideration what is the level of your decisions, your ideas, your desire, if I can say so, regarding our iKeysRacing racing channel community. And so you voted for stay offline with GT Legends. That's it. Not yet a defined preference for F1 Challenge, but after more than 1 month, Indycar Racing 2 has been voted as something to be continued, and so it will happen with this first episode out of 11 for the 1998 season. So let's go immediately within the game to see which drivers we will face, and the first race of the season at the Walt Disney Speedway. That was the venue where IRL started back in January 96, 2 years after. The first normal arrangement for a season started where also the category started, so on the Orlando venue. See you there. So welcome back in the game. I just wanted to present you very quickly all the drivers involved in the mod 98, and then we go to see the calendar. So season 98 with you as a player. Now I did insert my details, but who cares? I mean, it's not any different than maybe the previous season. I just wanted to make you aware that the chassis are the Lara G-Force that mainly competed in the 98 season. Riley and Scott arrived very late, and maybe it's the unique case of a Riley and Scott project chassis not winning something, because by the time that this chassis was competitive enough, we were already maybe in the following season. I don't remember very well, and so I would say yes, they arrived later than the Lara and G-Force, and they paid a bit of unknown areas, like for every new project you can think to build up from scratch into motorsport. But anyway, because I've been so welcomed last January Daytona 24 Hours IMSA WeatherTech Championship by Bob Riley and his team, that is the son of the Mr. Riley founder initially of the Riley and Scott. I wanted to play this season with this chassis that maybe has a bit less performance compared to the Lara and G-Force, but I'm so a lemon that is not an issue. The second thing is engines, just Aurora and Infinity. If you don't mind, I would switch to Aurora, just because I like the idea of having everything American, so a chassis, a set of tires, an Oldsmobile engine. And that's it. The Reebok sponsorship brings us to be more or less, you will see, the teammates of Eliseo Salazar with the other Riley and Scott present in this mod. But let's go to see the opponents, that are Kenny Brack, AJ Foyt Enterprises. You will see very often the combination Dallara Aurora and then Goodyear or Firestone. For us, I did choose the Firestone producer of tires, because I did like to have also the white logo and the white script, let's say, on tires, because the car is white. That's it. I don't know if there is any complication within the game if you choose a supplier or not. Anyway, going back to Kenny Brack, the next one will be David Hamilton for the in-house motorsport, this time with a G-Force chassis. Tony Stewart, the former winner of the 96-97 combined season for the Team Menards, Dallara Aurora Firestone. Scott Sharp, Qualy Racing, Buddy Lazier, Emelgar Racing, Scott Goodyear, Panther Racing with G-Force Aurora Goodyear tires. Ari Lyondike from the Treadway Racing. We will have then Eddie Cheever as a driver and owner of the team Cheever. Marco Greco, Phoenix Racing. John Paul Jr. racing for Cunningham Bird Racing. Stéphane Grégoire from the Chastain Motorsport. Billy Bolt, AJ Foyt Enterprises, so teammate of Kenny Brack technically. Sam Schmidt, LP Racing. Eliseo Salazar, here we are with the Riley and Scott Racing. Maybe I could change the name of the team, whatever. I will focus especially to beat Eliseo Salazar race by race. Will be my challenge, not only to finish all the races, but also to beat someone that has the same chassis I'm using, the same engine, and the same tire supplier. Mark Dismore, Qualy Racing. Jeff Ward, ISM Racing. Robbie Anser together with Eddie Cheever within Team Cheever. Robbie Buell, Team Menards, so the teammate of Tony Stewart. Brian Tyler, Team Pelfrey. Buzz Colkins with the Bradley Motorsport. Raoul Boesel, Team Losi. Greg Ray, Thomas Knapp Motorsport. Steve Knapp, PDM Racing. Dr. Jack Miller, SRS Crest Racing. Roberto Guerrero, Pagan Racing. Then Thijs Carlson, Imke Racing. Donny Bichler, Cahill Racing. JJ Yeley, SRS Racing. Strangely, with the Team Menards paint scheme, I don't know if it is right or not, but I cannot use a IndyCar paint kit shop to modify this mod. I get it as it is. Jim Guthrie, ISM Racing. Dave Steele, Panther Racing. Billy Rowe, Blueprint Racing. Jimmy Kite, Team Scandia. Then we will have some fake names, ghost cars. I don't know if we will ever see these drivers from this one onwards, because the total available places for each race is from 26, 28 to 32, 33, so maybe they will never appear, but consider that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you start from the beginning, so 6 cars not really being present back in 98 season. They are just there to fulfill the starting field, just in case you use the more than 28 cars, 26 cars, 33 cars for each race. Maybe they will appear for Indianapolis that has 40 slots, if I'm not wrong. Whatever. That's it. So we can then go back to Kenny Brack, back to Brack. That was the original winner of the season, so dethroning Tony Stewart from as a reigning champion. And apart from this, we will drive, as said, the Riley and Scott Aurora Firestone equipped. Let's go to the championship season that will feature 11 races, starting where IRL started, so at the Walt Disney Speedway, end of January, then Phoenix for the second race of the season, Indianapolis in May, in June Texas and Loudon, July Dover Downs and Charlotte by night, Pikes Peak and Atlanta by night in August, September Texas, October Las Vegas. Just some notes. Number 1. Whatever F1 Miami says, the top 20 drivers of the world are spread between many categories. And so, if you don't mind, we are going to see pure aces on ovals back in 98, despite reproduced as a virtual theme here on our iKeysRacing channel. Second thing is, there were 3 nights hosting races. They were Texas in June, Charlotte and Night Atlanta. Luckily, I have found the night version just for Charlotte and Night Atlanta, as you can read. That is the correct name of the file within the game. So sorry for basically proposing, like it was in the real life, in the real 98 calendar, 2 times Texas. unluckily the first edition in June, the first appointment, graphically will be not by night, but originally it was by night. Apart from this, 11 races, also because May is the most important month for the most important race in the world for open wheel racing, regardless of what F1 organization says every year at Miami, especially starting from this particular last appointment. And so it's almost a tribute to Indianapolis. That is the meaning behind the IRL, but in general, Indianapolis is the meaning behind, I would say, any open wheel category in US. And especially thanks to the great invention of ovals for the USAC, the Indycar, the Champ Car, the C.A.R.T Championship, and blah blah blah. I mean, United States must be always regarded as a great pool of ideas about motorsport. And so we are going to race 11 races on ovals. It's a honor and almost a tribute, even if nowadays the number of street circuits, oval circuits, are not anymore like they were in the past. But what was the Indy Racing League at the end has been transformed into the modern IndyCar Championship, and I'm more than happy to walk together with you the season number 3, and maybe the first real modern common season for IndyCar. So let's go on track on the Walt Disney Speedway. We will try to qualify the car as much as possible in a good position. We will try to finish each race. I don't care about the championship, I don't care about scoring points. I just want to learn as a European that started to play IndyCar massively basically 1 year ago. Possibly learn much better than the last year what is the type of skills required to drive and maybe win sometimes on ovals. So wish me luck. Okay, and before going on track, I just show you what is the qualifying setup that I hope will be okay. We have hard compound in the external side of the car just because they tend to overheat, soft at the rear, soft at the left side of the car. Stagger will be a plus 0.8 inches. Originally was 1 full inch, but I wasn't driving, I would say, easily. We will use maybe less than 3 gallons, yes, for basically 2 miles. Okay, let's go maybe on 4 just to be sure to not finish the last lap, because there is a warm-up lap and then a single tentative, so full laps are free at the end. Wings, 15 degrees and 10 degrees is just a compromise. I'm not here to say that is the best way. It is the one that makes me drive more or less in comfort. Suspensions, cambers, I don't have anything to say apart that the surface of each tire is absolutely consistent and equally warmed up even after driving a lot. The only changes I've made is reducing by 10% the right front suspension from 35 down to 25, as well as the right rear one from 75 to 65. Internally, so far I've not touched what is the level of stiffness. Not touch the wheel lock gears, more or less are used just to go progressively to the top speed. That's it. Okay, standings for qualifying are with Tony Stewart, Scott Goodyear, Kenny Brack, the only 3 drivers to run at 178, then Billy Bott, Ray, Lazier, Cheever, Robbie Buell, Sharp, Hamilton, Ward, Lyondike, Schmidt, 177 miles per hour, Anser, Colkins, Bichler, Eliseo Salazar, Mark Dismore, 176. So I would be happy to finish in the top 20, possibly, and at least be quick like Eliseo Salazar that has the other Riley and Scott. Then yes, they are all very close. Let's try. And from this race onwards for IndyCar Racing, IRL I mean, I would use the open wheel squared rectangular shape of the steering wheel, so at least you can read something on the display, because I've noticed that in the past was readable just when cornering or sometimes just when going straight. I mean, I want to give you maybe a less graphically replicated version of the steering wheel compatible with this 98th season, but at least you can read something, some information on it. If you don't like it, just write me and I will bring back the rounded steering wheel, but I think it's more enjoyable this way. Okay, because I have to run 176 miles per hour minimum, I'll try to warm up tires after downloading the last version of this track available. Luckily shouldn't bring again the overheating attitude of front tire, right side of the tires, of the car, sorry, for tires. We will see. Anyway, sorry, I will shut up. Warm up lap ending now. Okay, not bad. Okay, temperatures were decent. Wow, P14, not bad at all. Not bad at all. I like it. How many miles? 176.8 and Salazar 0.2. Okay, I'm decently happy. I don't say more because then in race will be a different thing, but not bad so far. So P14 for the first race of the season. Let's try to do a couple of laps running at high speed to see tires how will behave, because I'm worried that during race trim, race day with race trim, to have problems again. They are not counting. Yes, a bit understeering maybe. I don't want to use the gear while racing. I mean, up to 250, 240 temperatures are okay, Fahrenheit obviously. I don't know how many laps they will last before starting to overheat. 200. Well, if I force, they go over 200. Whatever. We will see during the race if will be an issue or not. So we'll load with this car setup just 40 gallons and then see you in the next chapter for the race. So, not an indecent start, obviously. I still miss how many miles per hour? 2 full miles per hour from the leaders, but I would say, being an Italian, being an European, playing this game massively just from the last year, at least I'm in the first page of the classification, okay? It's a bit of satisfaction this time. Let's see. So it's almost hoped, more than hoped, starting position, but I will try to bring the car home, hopefully within points. If not, that's it. I cannot use the trick to start before the green flag because I am in the external side of the track, but regardless, that's it. Let's monitor at the beginning tires temperatures just to be sure to do everything as it should be. Let's keep a bit of space in front because they will brake. Okay, it's just a moment, but let's drive safely. Ooh, a bit understeering, many positions lost. My goodness, doesn't corner. The car, I mean, doesn't turn. Maybe we can play a bit with anti-roll bars, but with the full tank. Absolutely not cornerable. Let's play a bit with anti-roll bars again before reaching the spin. A car completely transformed from qualification. How sensible is with the weight of the fuel. Last 31. No way, no way. Yellow flags, maybe. No. Already overlapped, so I will let the leaders go because I'm not really in the condition to fight with them. Let's bring back the neutral position. How can be so different from the qualification session? Crazy. So the first surprise for my 98th season together with you is what happened. Okay, let's try to stiff the car to be more reactive, possibly. Maximum roll bars. Absolutely undrivable so far. Let's see after the first 5 gallons loaded. But I cannot fight with leaders. Nothing. Absolutely understeering in the worst way possible. And let's go for the smoother position. Sorry, let's see. Maybe a bit better. Okay, like the Americans say, the car pulls against the wall instead of pushing. My goodness. And the drop of speed at the apex is absolutely crazy. plus. No yellow flags? Yes. Okay, what I can do, being already 2 laps down, is go to the pit while there are yellow flags and at least give 1 notch of wings to the front and then react like this, and let's see if it will be enough or not, but for sure with the top full loaded fuel I'm decent. Remember the 80 miles per hour in the pit lane. What a surprise. What a bad surprise. Is this the car I should follow? Maybe yes, maybe no. Let's see, briefly passing. Yes, car number 10. Also, I was not looking at my lap time, which was my best performance. So after just how many? 17 laps, dead last, 1 lap from Marco Greco. So if I do not find a way to make this car corner, wow, it will be quite a mess today. At least was not destroyed the car, but keep in mind I'm still running with the arcade compared to realistic damage system. Just GPlaps and TEDMIT are good enough to play at that level, bringing home their cars. 36 seconds from number 16, sorry, is Marco Greco, so almost a full lap behind. So we'll try to find my pace and possibly my correct racing line, because so far has been absolutely something completely different from qualification. Here we can use the trick to gain a bit of positions. Just wait for the green flag, then full throttle while they will brake a bit. But not at the restart, okay. Just when there is the start of the race, understood. No grip, guys. One notch of the rear anti-roll bar, less soft. No way. Okay, let's do vice versa. Let's stiff the front and let's be aggressive while entering corners. Let's see if the grip will come alive. Which is my pace, 37. Again. Ooh, I've touched the car, I think. Yellow flags. Sorry. Who is the murdered by myself? I don't know what to do. If go to the pit and ask immediately for a thing like this. So, sorry, increasing a bit the front end and decreasing because the car is not turning. It's the same car setup as the qualification, but unluckily it is not providing the same level of grip, but of behavior also. Let's try to not lose the lap. Do I have to stay maybe behind these two? Yes. So maybe one lap down now compared to Marco Greco. Yes. Let's see. I'm not happy at all. There is a completely different behavior from the qualification session. Sorry to be boring, but I'm completely not understanding why. Anyway, nobody was put out of the race because of the touch I did. Okay, one lap until green. Who is the leader? Tony Stewart, Kenny Brack, Billy Bott, Robbie Buell, Greg Ray, Eliseo Salazar, P17, but in the lead lap. Me very bad. Anyway, let's keep an eye on tires temperature. So let's be ready to stay with the pack, and then I will understand if this figure is enough or not for front and rear wings to make the car corner like during qualification. Ooh, my goodness, what has happened here? It's a carnage. But I have to repair the car, yes. They were completely stopped. Today, I mean, does remember me the original version of this race that had multiple crashes. Sorry, I have to do one stupid thing. It is go to the pit. I wanted to avoid to lose the lap crossing the line before the pace car, but it's not possible. So hello guys, long time since the last time. Because we have a zero pressure, zero temperatures now has been substituted the wheel. Sorry, I wanted to avoid to lose a lap crossing the line before the safety car, the pace car, and then go to the pit in the next one, but was not possible. So at least Mr. Steele is out of the race, so I gain a position and I did speed up. Idiots. Idiot. Okay, with cold tires seems to be less understeering. Let's regroup and then we will see. at full speed what will happen. But of the carnage, I mean, it's just Mr. Steele out of the race. Steely out of the race. This morning, before recording this episode, I was watching the video of Mr. Michael Freinheiner Jr. Sorry for Michael for the pronunciation. I do not remember your surname as should be pronounced correctly. And it was a sort of training. And the suggestion he had, rightly, to say to grow a YouTube channel. The number of suggestions were 15, if I'm not wrong. And one of the main thing was be passionate on what you do and try to be professional. But if you especially run a YouTube channel for video games, Michael was saying you cannot suck at a video game like I suck. You have to, I don't know, propose something that nobody is capable to do. Well, GPlaps is a winner, TEDmeet is a winner. Hello, this is Marco from iKeysRacing channel. I am the loser, the lemon of IndyCar world. Taka Harvey is a winning one. Anyway, just let's restart the race and let's try to leave a mark in IndyCar world. Okay, so a quick stop for exceeding 80 miles per hour, and then we will see. We will lose one lap or two. Will be just a stop and go, yes. Let's try to restart from the back. At least I have a draft. Sorry. Okay, the other possible solution would be mount the mid compound at the right side of the car, but at that point, will they last with the 40 gallons load? I'm not so sure. Okay, one touch of the front anti-roll bar and the car becomes oversteering. Let's try to be rigid as in the beginning. Maybe the transfer load will be quicker, but also more approachable, because reactions of the car with the stiffness of the anti-roll bars system will be better. Who knows? To me, there is not grip at all. So another change. You have to use the button at the left side of the right shift. Let's see if this will bring up temperatures and so grip. How many pit stops today? 10, 12. I'm sure that as soon as I find the right spot for the car, then I will start to regain positions, but so far Obviously with realistic mode I would have ended my race already. Even if maybe instead of this Calvary would have been better to be retired. Give you an episode of 10 minutes, 15 minutes at least would have been the presentation of this season, and then from the next race onwards maybe play a bit more with the others, if it is a matter of compound or not. Also because I wanted to start and give you a weekly appointment with this first 3 races, just to go together to the Indianapolis weekend in the best way, because regardless of what says Formula 1 organization, I think Indianapolis this year will be very massive. But we have a race to bring home. Let's try to do our job. My goodness. Pest under yellow, who? Another stop and go. Another lap lost. The IndyCar organization doesn't like me, for sure. I understand them. Okay, empty. Okay, I must use the 5th gear exiting corners, that's for sure. Let's reduce the overspinning of the rear. Okay, not bad now, apart from the tire temperature. For the front right side, but we can cope with it. How long can I run with an overheating tire? Who knows? Again, test the rear a bit more stiffer, the front a bit smoother, anti-roll bars. Let's see if I can change the behavior of the car, while racing. Because from 40 gallons down to 35 I've seen a type of behavior. From 35 down to 31 now another one. Yes, definitely. You can be very aggressive, sorry. While entering the corner, but then you drop the speed by the apex of the corner, and then you have to lift. So it may depend also by the overheating of the front right. Sure, could be an explanation. So as soon as cars will pass me, come on baby, go. Okay, let's go back with hard compound front rear. sorry, front right. Let's stay with medium right rear in the next pit stop. At this point I would also try another touch in front of the front, in favor of the front wing, and before doing that I will go down with anti-roll bars. Let's see the behavior. No, it's not that with front anti-roll bars and rear anti-roll bars completely smooth does change anything in particular. Let's try the mid position. I'm trying to find out a possible drivable solution, at least to complete the race in a comfort zone, because I do not succeed on doing like entering wide, closing very close to the apex and then leave the car run large again, because it is so understeering. The car is pulling, like they say, that really I cannot cut, let's say, in a proper manner each corner. And also I have a lack of traction outside corners that is embarrassing. I mean, with an understeering car, at least you should have a decent traction. Because the rear should not spin, and so should be in some way stable. But despite trying to find each possible cornering method, I don't see a single possible manner to counter attack this tendency. Let's try also again with anti-roll bars, but nothing is changing. Nothing. I must keep this behavior. I will spin, I'm sure. Continuing to drive with the rear end dancing here and there will happen sooner than later. Yes, I've regained something, but I'm driving like a rally driver now, not like an oval proper manner. And I suffer top speed. I'm not quick like the others. Here we are. Car to repair? No. Yellow flags? No. Ooh, very consumed. That's another point of having medium compound. I fear that also the rear right may suffer the same destiny, not lasting also. Let me go immediately. Okay, here. Oops, a bit longer. So I don't want to risk to be in the position to screw up the race more than this So let's keep hard compound externally, and we will concentrate on driving in a comfort zone. Maybe we can bring back to medium position both anti-roll bars, and we will see. Because now with the full load of fuel we will face an overspinning behavior again, I think. I can only counterbalance with front and rear anti-roll bars, that's it. I'm braking slightly, especially for the first corner, this one that is approaching. Seems to give the car, let's say, less bad attitude on slipping away while decelerating. I mean, when I was not braking like in qualifying session, the first corner was leaving the car use the grip to slow down, the resistance to slow down. This way instead I brake a bit, just a touch, a bit before, you can see from the pedals down below, a bit before cornering or while cornering. Seems to be something decent, and then while getting the apex I put to the floor the throttle. Maybe it is not the most ethic and normal way to drive, but on ovals I mean, but it is what I get. In the meantime I'm still dead last, 10 laps down from the leaders, 3 from Marco Greco. What a lemon. Who is the leader? Tony Stewart, Billy Bott, Robbie Buell, Kenny Brack, Greg Ray, Sharp, Schmidt, Goodyear, Cheever, Dismore, Buddy Lazier, Eliseo Salazar P18. That is my target. I must use fuel efficiency possibly, and all the rest to get Salazar at the end of the race. Almost impossible at this point. I mean, half of the race gone. What else? My goodness, the rear end. Silly mistake. Repair the car, no? Yellow flags. Okay, more than happy with this, come on. It's okay. Let's see, once we get high temperatures for tires, what will happen. Couple of corners more. Let's suffer until we will have 35 gallons in the tank, then the behavior maybe will change again. Okay, here we are. Changed a bit now the behavior. Tony Stewart arriving to overlap me. And again, if you push too much. Come on. Come on. No, you have to use the reverse. So we'll bring yellow flags. No. Okay. Okay, let's go down as much as possible soft with roll bars, anti-roll bars. I don't like it, she spins everywhere. Let's go stiff. Thank you, thank you. Repair, no. Yellow flags, yes. There was a car, yes. Okay, at least everybody are going to the pit. No, come on, they are in the pit. Don't go breaking my lap. Everybody in the pit, so we will be the one following the pace car. So nothing, this track is not my friend. 3 years in a row with handling issues. At least this time tires were not anymore an issue, more or less. And the fact is I'm still absolutely well positioned into a nowhere land. I don't know, from a P14 in qualification with a 176 average lap time, during race day I've seen maybe 161 miles per hour. I don't remember. I will warm up tires properly for the restart, then I will control some laps my pace, but from qualification to race is another world, unluckily. Anyway, half of the race luckily this time reached. Never in the lead, never in the points, apart maybe briefly at the start, I don't remember. 3 laps from Marco Greco, 10 laps from Eliseo Salazar, my teammate. Sorry, Mr. Riley. Never invest on an Italian driver unless the name is Alessandro Zanardi, Max Papis, or Michele Alboreto, or Teo Fabi, or Vincenzo Sospiri, or Alessandro Zampedri, or Mario Andretti. Just one retirement so far, compared to the original race that had many crashes, many yellow flags periods, many car failures. Here, wow, super wow. So, 1 lap until green. I will try to create a vacuum between me and the guy that is following, monitoring the tire temperatures. When they will be around 180, I will monitor my pace to understand how far I am from my qualification performance. Nothing, a car born to be understeering. And I'm using the 95-96% of performance of the contenders. Crazy. Maybe a bit better now, maybe. At least the behavior. Come on. It's like a rally car. I cannot believe it. Nothing, the rear end is uncontrollable today. Ooh. WRC, not IRL. Can you believe it? You have to pump like in a rally car. Look my right. Okay, not now because there are overlapping cars. Let's them leave without issue, possibly. Look my right foot on the throttle. If I use the telegraph method, I cannot believe it. But idiot. Sorry for the touch. Let me repair the car and I'm going to show you what I was saying. Also because the race is screwed up since ages. I want to do another experiment. Reduce by 1 degree all the wings. Warm up tires before they will come back. And have the free road, free track to test the technique. It was not a matter of car setup or car behavior or whatever. I was trying to do different things to understand how the car was approaching each corner, and I was thinking why I'm driving like with a rally car. It is not really the way on oval. And I've discovered that when I was pumping and pushing the throttle while entering corners, there was a change of speed because I was observing how the drivers I had in front, they were slowly becoming closer and closer. So as soon as we will burn a bit of fuel, still look at my right foot on the throttle. Lap time 22.9 here, covered by my steering wheel. .9. Okay, too much. Bang, dead. I think. No, maybe not. Okay, the first race of the season is becoming an experiment, but I'm discovering new shades for this game. One of these is pumping and pushing the throttle like if it was a rally car. Let's complete the experiment, also because I did 147 laps, but I am 10 down, so will be less than this. The race will be over in a couple of minutes, but at this point I want to understand if it is just a matter of technique more than leaving the car running smoothly. And sorry for offering a race maybe boring, dead last, completely out of any possible decent position, but if I'm learning at least how to race on Walt Disney after 3 tentatives, I would be happy to have this takeaway from today. So the P14 in qualification was absolutely sandbagging the real performance, or the AI during race day has something more. But honestly, apart from my average speed here, I've not seen myself scoring quick lap times like during qualification, and there's nothing I've tried that can change in some way the performance. During race day, with the same car setup used in qualification, with just more fuel, the car has become completely undrivable, at least from my side. Maybe someone better than me is absolutely capable to be competitive. At this point I wonder if you voted to put me back at the wheel of an IndyCar race car at the end of the 90s. Maybe you like see me struggling, or maybe you know that challenging and challenging and challenging, one day maybe I will be in the condition to learn and be competitive. Okay guys, you are the leaders, go, no worries. No, the rear end is absolutely something to repair, no? Come on. Okay, let's restart the experiment in the last laps of the race. Let's warm up tires and take a look to lap times. Starting from this. Okay, first lap. Not pumping, pushing with the throttle, just leaving the car behave as she does. .4 seconds in the bottom right part of the display. Okay, temperature is there. Let's go with the new method. 22.7 in the traffic, just because I was pumping on the throttle. Now we will have a bit of space free in front. 22.9, 22.5, 22.5, 22.3. Let's leave space for the leader. Anyway, he is quicker than me. I'm just counting each lap time just to say that driving like a rally car, I'm quicker than just leaving the car behave as she does since the start of the race. So I don't know if it is normal. I don't know even if this is the way to drive on ovals. I don't think. 22.2. I mean, I do not have the traction, I do not have the speed, I do not have the grip of the others. But trying to, in some way, force the car to do something I don't think really compatible with driving on ovals. She's quicker. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anything to repair? No? I mean, running on ovals means brake into corners. I'm not so convinced. I've never seen Ted Meet or GPlaps braking into corners. But my best lap times started to happen when I've started to slightly brake inside the apex and then full throttle or using the telegraph mode. Then I'm not quicker than the others. I mean, I'm just making a comparison with my qualification lap and this race completely as a mess. Oh, finally, last lap. Finally. .1 my best today, I think. Translated into the average, I should do some conversion, but at least for the majority of this particular race I was driving in control, more or less. I made the wrong decision to fill up the tank up to 40 gallons. We still have 21.5. I could have been more aggressive and get rid of half of the tank. Tires hasn't been destroyed despite this new technique. What else? Temperatures were more or less okay with hard externally. Fuel was okay. The rest is Marco Greco, that even if went to the pit, if he was there since ages, to me was impossible to catch all the others. Anyway, very disappointed considering what was our starting position during qualification. Happy to be back on ovals, maybe for 1 mile length oval. I did learn something today, maybe. We will see in the next rounds where short ovals like Phoenix, for example, will come into our view. Finish the race last, dead. 10 laps, 11 laps from the closest guy within the field. I said 20 laps down, almost 19 from the leaders. Okay, after I was 5-6 laps down, I decided to anyway don't care about anymore the classification and just arrive to the end learning something. I would save this particular setup anyway, maybe keeping this balance between front and rear, but just increasing wings up to, let's say, 1480. The maximum is, okay, let's try 1780, and but obviously I cannot go to the pit and refuel the car because the race will finish. Anyway, I will save this portion of the recording, and offline try the maximum wings, keeping the difference of 6 degrees between front and rear. Maybe they will work differently. And nothing. See you in the next chapter, that will be the one dedicated to just read who was the real hero today, so winner and the top 12 drivers. I didn't beat Eliseo Salazar, my teammate that arrived 12th, scoring 1 point with the Riley and Scott. Bad day for Marco, for iKeysRacing community today, sorry. I'm only the face behind the camera and I'm only the lemon behind the steering wheel. And see you in the next chapter. And so, with the emotional ending, with the car not destroyed but almost, we finish the first race. Nice to see this. And so, what a race, with iKeysRacing 19 laps down compared to the winner. That is Kenny Brack. The original race was won by Tony Stewart, the first race of the season, leading just 2 laps, while instead Robbie Buell did lead for 72 laps, but arrived second. Greg Ray, Eddie Cheever, Billy Boat, Tony Stewart just 6th, despite leading the majority of the race after starting from the pole position. I don't remember. No, maybe it was, I don't remember. Anyway, Sam Schmidt 7th. Sorry, if I get rid of myself here, maybe it's a bit better, so I do not hide the numbers. 7th, Sam Schmidt, Dismore, Lyondike, Anser, Goodyear, my teammate Eliseo Salazar, beating me and just one lap down compared to the leaders. So much better the old Eliseo than the old Marco of iKeysRacing. So I complete dead last, 29th, and if it wasn't for Buddy Lazier sharp and steely accident, I think I would have been 32nd today, honestly. But that's it. Let's go to see lead changes 6, 8 cautions flags. Here I am. 8 times for 39 laps. The average speed was 1:48, 1 hour and 27 was at 200 miles today. Let's click on done. So we get the current ranking. Let's see points. 20 for Kenny Breck, just for the win. Robbie Buell 16, 14 Ray, 12 Cheever, 10 Billy Boat. Tony Stewart recorded 8 points, arriving 6th, 1 point for the pole position, 1 point for leading more laps than any other driver. 6 Sam Schmidt, 5 Dismore, 4 Lyondike, 3 Answer, Goodyear 2, Eliseo Salazar. 1 Bravo Marco, what a lemon, done. So yes, here we are with the points. As said, the hero of today I would say is Tony. Pole position, led most laps. And what happened at the end, I don't know, maybe my guilty, I don't know, action, I don't know. That's the original figure at the end of the championship. Obviously will be very tight until the end. I will try at least to beat the other teammate running with the Reebok sponsorship and the Riley and Scott car. Next appointment, I think will happen already in the next days, will be Phoenix in the number 2 version. I mean, it's the most updated I have found on Indycar Racing 2 headquarters. So see you in the next appointment, but so far thank you very much for watching here, and maybe from the next race onwards will be a bit better, but we will arrive anyway together to the moment of the Indianapolis 500, running also our community Indy 500. So thank you very much for watching. Sorry for the poor performance today, but it was something strange. I mean, moving from P14 in qualification 2 miles far from the leaders and losing almost 20 miles per hour during race day. I don't know, I have to investigate. Maybe the new version downloaded of the track has something to fix. I don't know how to fix internal data parameters of the game. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Stay very well. Best wishes to you all for the rest of your day, night, week, or whatever. Feel free to subscribe and push like to iKeysRacing, that if you noticed since the beginning had the yellow lemon color in the logo. So really I would say nothing hidden since the beginning, with the majority of the color of the logo resembling a yellow lemon. Ciao, thank you very much, stay very well, see you very soon, bye bye. Ciao.